Once upon a time, Quetzalcoatl tried to steal Christmas by replacing Santa Claus in Mexico around 1930. It might seem incredible, but much of the pre-Hispanic past today forms part of perhaps the most important celebration of the year in many parts of the world. And if Quetzalcoatl tried, Tezcatlipoca could not stay behind. One of his nahuales, spiritual animals, appears on millions of tables worldwide in the form of the turkey, known in some places as guajolote. In pre-Hispanic times, one of the most powerful deities was Tezcatlipoca, who could take many forms and even becoming invisible. But one of the most famous forms was what we know as the guajolote, turkey. This animal, associated with Tezcatlipoca, was exported from these lands to the rest of the world. It was called pavo, peacock, in Spain because people tried to associate it with peacocks. In France, it was called poule d'Inde, chicken of India, and in English it was named turkey because it resembled other birds from Turkey, thus becoming the turkey hen or rooster. However, its most original name is not even guajolote, but huichalotl, in Nahuatl meaning great monster. This name reflects the fact that it is not exactly a beautiful or grateful bird. However, its original name also has deeper meanings, as we will see later. The huichalotl was, and still is, a food source for humans. But in pre-Hispanic times, it was more than food, starting that its representation of the powerful Tezcatlipoca. It played a symbolic role in the eternal conflict and duality between Tezcatlipoca and Quetzalcoatl. These two deities shared some common aspects, particularly regarding the nahuales. The Xolotl Mexican hairless dog, and the huichalotl, turkey, were the respective doubles or nahuales. Huichalotl was the double of Tezcatlipoca, while Xolotl, the dog, was a double of Quetzalcoatl. In both cases, the word Xolotl can also be translated as twin, reflecting a system of dualism between the two deities. Moreover, but animals, representations of these beings, were the only two domesticated animals in Mesoamerica for human consumption before the arrival of European livestock, but several as food, offering a practical alternative compared to hunting a jaguar, puma, or deer. However, there was a difference. Eating dog meat was more common, while turkey meat was considered more luxurious, often reserved for the ruling classes in ceremonies such like the modern Christmas dinner. Turkey meat and sacred symbolism and associations with power and destiny. Tezcatlipoca's form as a turkey is referenced in several documents, such as the one we see here, which describes him in European terms as appearing in this form. People believed that if they saw turkeys track outside their home, it was a sign that Tezcatlipoca had been there. As the ruler of destiny, Tezcatlipoca is also represented in the Tonalpohualli as the calendar, the huichalotl government, the flint saint, associated with obsidian, part of Tezcatlipoca's name, as the obsidian mirror tried to sacrifice. The turkey's connection to the deity also lay in its power to grant or take away power from men and punish them. It was believed that parts of the turkey could be used to punish unfaithful husbands. As a bird associated with flint and sacrifice, it was offered in special events, and consuming its meat symbolically allowed people to connect with Tezcatlipoca. Turkey meat was considered better than dog meat, and its sacrifice was reserved for significant ceremonies throughout the year. Eating turkey meat, a tradition that survives today, contrasts with the disuses of dog meat since colonial times. In pre-Hispanic times, gifting a turkey was a valuable and luxurious gesture, something the Spanish witnessed, as seen in the lienzo de Tlaxcala, where turkeys were often given to Cortés as offerings. Like pre-Hispanic elites, only Cortés and his close allies enjoy turkey meat, while the rest of the troops eat lower quality foods. As a symbol of power, the turkey Tezcatlipoca was associated with power symbols, a connection that persists today. In Mexico, turkey blood is still used in some towns to anoint ceremonial stuffs. Turkeys are sacrificed to bring rain and good harvest to offered at significant events, such as the pole for the voladores ceremony. Parts of the turkey are also used in magical ceremonies, as they were in ancient times. In antiquity, turkey feeders were highly valued, and when a bird was killed, it was wrapped in fabric to prevent hands from touching the feeders. Turkey dances still exist today, as the records of warriors standards adorned with turkeys. In many archaeological sites, offering of sacrificed turkeys have been found, as well as pottery in their shape. The turkey is even associated with one of the previous eras destroyed in Aztec mythology, specifically in the third sun, fourth rain. Quetzalcoatl rained fire from the sky and replaced Tlaloc as the sun. The new sun, Chalchiuhtotolin, brought a rain of fire that turned the inhabitants into turkeys. The turkey was also linked to the belly game, with the feeders offered before the matches. It symbolized destiny, as seen in the story where Nezahualpilli, Nezahualcoyotl's son, wagered his role against Moctezuma's Xocoyotzin in a bull game. If Moctezuma lost, he only had to give 3 turkeys to the ruler of Texcoco. Moctezuma lost, signaling the Mexica's eventual downfall. Turkeys also embodied arrogance, as seen with the Chalchiuhtotolin, or Jebel bird, a proud turkey comparable to the arrogance of power, judged by the obsidian mirror. For the Aztecs, the turkey was not merely food, but a powerful being embodied one of their principal deities. So this Christmas, if you see a turkey at dinner, be careful. It might just be Tezcatlipoca judging you for fighting over your grandmother's land.